Oh, it's alright in my life. I'm so much better. You thought that I'd be.
In an era where music is often manufactured to fit a 15-second social media algorithm, the emergence of a genuine, unrefined rock star feels less like a debut and more like a cultural revolution. Tonight, our investigative team is deconstructing why, in 2026, Courtney stands alone as the only authentic rock star of the Gen Z generation. While her peers are busy perfecting their digital aesthetics and sad girl pop personas, Courtney has spent the last 8 years doubling down on the grit, the gravel, and the raw soul of a bygone era. Our investigation explores how this shy girl from a quiet English village managed to bypass the artificial polish of the modern music industry to become a technical powerhouse that even the legends of the 1970s would recognize as one of their own. She has effectively traded the viral moment for a lasting, high-voltage legacy. For years, the industry tried to pigeonhole Courtney as nothing more than a high-energy Joplin tribute act. But by 2026, she has effectively burned that narrative to the ground to reveal something much more dangerous. While the Joplin influence is undeniable in her DNA, Courtney's technical evolution has seen her master a range and control that far exceeds a simple imitation. Investigative music critics have noted that her 2026 output, specifically her work on the album Little Miss Jagged, showcases a contemporary edge that feels both nostalgic and futuristic. She didn't just inherit the crown of rock, she forged a new one out of the wreckage of her early career, proving that she isn't just channeling the past, she is weaponizing it for a new generation that is starving for something real, raw, and entirely unscripted in an increasingly artificial landscape. Perhaps the most rock star move Courtney has made in the mid-2020s is her absolute refusal to play the viral-ready game that has compromised so many of her contemporaries in the pop charts. In a 2026 landscape where most artists prioritize T-couple, hooks over cohesive albums, Courtney has doubled down on long-form, live-to-tape recording sessions that prioritize raw energy over digital perfection. This rebellion against the algorithm has earned her a cult-like status among music purists who are tired of the sanitized, AI-assisted vocals that dominate the current streaming charts. By 2026, she has proven that you don't need a viral dance to be relevant. You just need a voice that can move a stadium and the courage to record it without a safety net, making her a rare, vocal unicorn in a world of auto-tuned clones and manufactured studio magic. The definitive proof of her rock star credentials can be found in the 2025 Metropolis studio sessions, where Courtney recorded her most complex vocal arrangements in a single take, a feat that would terrify most pop stars. These sessions, which have become legendary in 2026, showcase a level of breath control and possessed stage presence that proves her talent was never a television gimmick. Investigative reports from the studio sessions suggest that Courtney often insisted on recording with the full band in the room to capture the dangerous friction of a live show. This commitment to the old-school recording process has her reputation as a musician's musician, a title that few Gen Z artists can legitimately claim in an era of home studio bedrooms and remote collaborations, proving that her technical skill is the true foundation of her global stardom. In 2026, the true definition of a rock star isn't just about the leather jackets and the stage dives. It's about who owns the master tapes, and Courtney has played the ultimate power move by going independent. After a high-profile standoff with major label executives who wanted to pop-wash her sound, she walked away from a multi-million-dollar infrastructure to claim her own agency. This move was initially seen as a career risk by industry insiders, but by 2026, it has been revealed as of self-preservation. She owns her voice, her image, and her future, making her in the best way possible. She isn't a product being sold by a corporation. She is a founder of her own rock legacy, a level of independence that is the rarest currency in modern music, allowing her to command her career with an authority that few artists ever achieve. If you want to see the exact moment Courtney earns the title of real rock star, you have to look at her 2026 live arena dominance, where her performances are described as a ritual of fire. Unlike her peers who rely on elaborate backing tracks and synchronized light shows to hide a lack of stage presence, Courtney uses her voice as her primary weapon, prowling the stage with a predatory confidence that feels entirely unscripted. Reports from her recent European tour note that she often deviates from her own arrangements, improvising vocal runs that push her band to their absolute limits. This controlled chaos is the hallmark of a true rock legend, proving that she isn't just performing, she is having a visceral, physical reaction to the music that the audience can feel in their bones, reviving the dangerous energy of the golden era of rock and roll. While the world initially fell in love with her high-pitched lion's roar, her 2026 vocal genius is actually found in the smoky, dangerous depths of her newly developed lower register and vocal tone. She has spent the last few years training her voice to handle a rich, gravelly alto tenor range that adds a layer of maturity and menace to her latest tracks. This technical evolution is a direct response to those who claimed her voice wouldn't hold up as she entered her 20s. By 2026, she has silenced the skeptics, proving that her instrument is getting stronger, deeper, and more versatile with age. She has traded the screaming girl narrative for the soulful powerhouse reality, ensuring her longevity in an industry that usually discards child prodigies the moment their voice begins to change, proving that her voice is a living, breathing instrument of art. Beyond the technical mechanics, what makes Courtney a real rock star is the psychological defiance she shows toward the very fame that tried to consume her identity in 2018. In 2026, she has spoken candidly about the heavy darkness of her early career and her refusal to let the industry off the person she actually is just to sell records. This level of transparency has created a profound connection with a generation that values authenticity above all else. She isn't a polished influencer. She is a flawed, introverted, and intensely powerful human being who uses rock and roll as a tool for survival. This psychological armor has allowed her to navigate the toxic side of digital celebrity without losing her soul, a feat that is perhaps her most impressive accomplishment to date, showing a maturity that belies her young age in the competitive music market. One of the most shocking revelations of 2026 is the sheer amount of respect Courtney has garnered from the old guard of rock and roll, with legends like Mick Jagger reportedly praising her. In an industry that is often cynical about new talent, Courtney has managed to earn a seat at the table with the icons she once used to cover in her bedroom. This isn't just about her voice. It's about her attitude and her refusal to compromise her artistic integrity for a quick check. Our 2026 investigation finds that she is frequently invited to collaborate with legacy artists who see her as the torchbearer for the future of the genre. She has become the bridge between the analog past and the digital future, proving that real rock and roll doesn't have an expiration date as long as someone like Courtney is holding the microphone and leading the charge for authenticity. As we conclude our investigation into the rise of a modern legend, the final 2026 verdict is that Courtney is the only real rock star of her generation because she understands the cost of truth. She survived the golden buzzer, the industry plant hate, and the legal chains of the major labels to emerge as a singular, independent force. What is the true legacy of Courtney? It is the proof that you can be shy and still be a lion. You can be independent and still be a global icon. And you can be a Gen Z artist without losing your soul to the machine. As she leads the charge into the next decade, Courtney stands as a reminder that rock and roll isn't a genre, it's a state of being. And in 2026, she is its undisputed queen, ready to redefine the future of music on her own terms without apology or fear of the system.